Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 36 hours, I guess, because it's more than 24 hours already. And there will be information from both 3rd and the 4th of May, because I was out the entire day. And we're going to cover quite a number of different changes over the past 24 hours. We're going to do Bodanivka, Klishevka, Karamik, ARKHANHELSKE, Netailove, Krasnohorivka, Heorhiivka, and then Pobeda. Sorry, Netailove, Krasnohorivka, Novomykhailivka, Heorhiivka, and Pobeda. So a number of changes. Almost everything is on the side of Russian. Positive to the Russian progress. So we're going to start off with Bodanivka, the only one that is actually on the Ukrainian, Ukrainian captures. So over at Bodanivka, over at the Bakhmut front, so I zoom out a bit, this is actually Bakhmut city, and Bodanivka, the Ukrainian forces is geolocated to be on this tree line as they are engaged and counterattack against the Russian forces, and this attack shows that the Ukrainian forces have managed to counterattack and capture part of these grounds that is previously claimed by the Russian side. So this is the frontline change, and the only one that is actually more positive to the Ukrainians. Everything else later will be all Russian success. So this is the frontline change over at Bodanivka. The next frontline change is further south over at Klishevka. There is a geolocation over here in the southern part of Ivanivske. And because of this geolocation, this entire area that was previously claimed by the Ukrainian side is now invalidated. So now the Russian forces is now confirmed to have pushed towards the south of Ivanivske. And this progress around here is now acknowledged by the Ukrainian Defense Ministry in their latest report. Which is like an hour ago, they have confirmed there is fighting south of Ivanivske, which means that they have acknowledged that the Russians are pushing in the south of Ivanivske right now. So this is the frontline change over at Ivanivske. So we move on. The next frontline change is over at the Avdiivka front. So this is Avdiivka city in the northern part of Donetsk. The frontline change is all around here. The Russian forces continue to expand their control. So we go start around here. I can show it in this way. So in the northeastern part of Novomykhailivka, the Russian forces expanded their control around here, as well as in the northern part of Karamik. However, this change over here, this is based on Russian claim. This is not a confirmed capture yet. However, what we do have confirmed is the Russians have captured ARKHANHELSKE. So based on the geolocation as well as reports from the Russian side, the Russian forces have raised a flag around here, and the furthest point of the Russian forces has been saw in these few areas, which means that the Russian forces have actually expanded their control and basically effectively have taken this entire salient right now, and they have taken this entire ground around ARKHANHELSKE. The Ukrainian stronghold is still probably under Ukrainian control. There is no claims from the Russian side or any geolocation to show that the Russians have taken this entrenchment just yet. So this is the current situation over in the Karamik, ARKHANHELSKE, Novomykhailivka region. And if we zoom in around ARKHANHELSKE, we'll probably see it a little better. Other than the salients, which probably the Russians have taken, there was a geolocation of Ukrainian forces around here. But however, this geolocation was the retreat of Ukrainian forces. So the Ukrainian forces is bouncing out, and then the Russians raised the flag around here. Sorry, they raised the flag here. And then geolocated forces around there. Russian forces expanded their control across all these tree lines, basically creating a buffer zone and controlled the entire area around ARKHANHELSKE, just left with this heavy entrenchment that these are probably not known yet. We do not know what's the status of this entrenchment yet. And the Russian forces basically closed down this entire area, taken the entire road. So this is the ARKHANHELSKE situation. A lot of Russian capture, and ARKHANHELSKE fallen as per predicted. As I said, ARKHANHELSKE is likely to fall within 24 to 48 hours, and this is basically 36 hours around there. So that's all from the ARKHANHELSKE region. The next frontline change is further south in Netailove. So just now ARKHANHELSKE is further up in the north here. So we go to Netailove, and at Netailove the Russian forces have penetrated further deeper into this territory around Netailove. They have entered further deeper. So this is based on the mapping from Deep State UA. So this is the Ukrainian information. So the Russians have continued to penetrate through Netailove, and so that's all from this area here. The next frontline change is now over at Krasnohorivka. So in the battle of Krasnohorivka in the Donetsk front, Russian forces now, based on Russian mapping reporting, they claim that the Russian forces have taken these grounds around here. And later there was a geolocation to show that the Russians indeed was around there, which means the Russians have taken more or less the entire of this industrial area, which invalidates this piece of land here that was claimed under the Ukrainian side. So in this area here, we're still not sure what's the situation. Most likely it's under Russian control. So the Ukrainian mapping entirely did not acknowledge all these situations around Krasnohorivka. Is entirely gray zone in Deep State UA's mapping. So we will continue to monitor. Definitely we do not stand with the situation, the mapping of Deep State UA's situation as they report on the battle of Krasnohorivka. So just to show this Deep State UA's mapping, this is Deep State UA, and their mapping, you can see that they did not acknowledge at all. For them, the Russians are just taking all this base position. Everything else is now gray zone to them. So this is definitely not following the reality on the ground. They probably do not want to panic the other front line about no more front line dismay. That is already happening in other front lines. But the fact that the Russians are pushing the industrial zones clear shows that they have clear control around at least this industrial zone. If not, they will not be able to push into a heavy building. So definitely I feel that the Ukrainians claims that is only here is definitely not correct. So this is the situation over Krasnohorivka. This is also why you need to cover all sides from geolocation to Russian side, Ukrainian side, because all information, I always say this, everything that you see on the internet is because someone wants you to see it. So they will also control the information, withhold certain information to manipulate the information space. So this is important to know, So including myself, sometimes I don't show you certain information because I feel that it's not necessary to show you. So I still also control my information. So it's important to note. So motivations are important because Deep State is pro-Ukrainian. So they have links with the Ukrainian government, so you have to think in that sense. So the next frontline change is over at Georgiivka. At Georgiivka, there is massive changes. This is Russian claims. Based on Russian mapping, the Russian forces have captured basically almost all of Georgiivka. They have taken the entire center part of Georgiivka, leaving only the western part untouched, and they have taken almost the entire part of the southern as well, and taken a few tree lines further south of Georgiivka. So this is a massive change. So this is based on the Russian reports. We cannot confirm, so this is going to be just a Russian claim in our mapping. So just to see the whole piece of the action around here. So this is the Russian advances around this Georgiivka region. So we haven't have any news about Georgiivka. So when the information drops, it looks a lot because it has always been hidden in the fog of war. So we do not know what's happening around here. So we move further south. At Pobeda, we also have further information. Based on Russian information, they claim that the Russian forces have taken one tree line south of Pobeda or Pobeda. This is the first time in a long time that the Russians managed to break out of Pobeda because they have been stuck here for a long time. So they managed to take more grounds and finally push in the direction of Konstantinivka. So if I zoom out, you'll probably see Konstantinivka. You can see it's around here, and the Russians are now pushing in this direction. And furthermore, we also have the Russians pushing from Novomykhailivka. So as we zoom on to the next frontline change, it's over at Novomykhailivka. In the northern part, the Russian forces have taken these two tree lines and expanding the control in the north of Novomykhailivka, providing some buffer zone. And this is based on Russian claims. However, we do have a capture geolocation confirming that the Russians have taken this area here. So And then the Russians are also geolocated in the western part of Novomykhailivka, confirming that the Russians have taken this tree line around here, expanding their control. So all these different changes helps to confirm that the Russians are securing Novomykhailivka. So because capturing a village is not enough, or town is not enough, you need to have buffer zones in the outskirts of the town. So we can see that the Russians are now establishing that, with the push towards Paraskovievka and Konstantinivka currently ongoing. So this is the frontline change around this area here, and I believe that's probably all. Georgievka, Pobeda, Novomykhailivka. Yes, we covered all the frontline changes. So thank you for watching. This is the frontline changes report. Do look out for the SITREP, the situation report, maybe in 12 hours time. So as per this recording, after this finish, I'll be preparing for DPA open mic. So check out the link. You can actually come and watch. It's live. It's usually 5 to 7 hours. It's really long. We talk about geopolitics, war, and stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next update.